Right, ladies and gentlemen, spawning over here in the bottom right position as the red Terran player representing Team Property. It is the infested Terran himself, and he's currently one game away from making the Final Four. It's Morrow. His opponent spawning in the top right position as the blue Zerg player representing Team Darkstar. It's Prospect. Prospect unable to hold on against the sustained pressure of Morrow in game number 1, but doing otherwise a decent job until then. We'll see if he's able to replicate that in game 2 and go one step further to bring this game back to level pegging. But so far this series, Morrow looked pretty comfortable for most of that game. While it was close in the first engagement, in my opinion, before the fourth went down, between Morrow and Prospect, attacking and defending, there was no real point in the game where I thought Prospect was able to do an awful lot of harassment damage to Morrow. Prospect was basically on the defensive all game, and I think that's the main reason Morrow was able to get into his comfort zone. So we'll see if the same thing happens in this game. Obviously, Prospect's going to want that to change. And Morrow just seemed to be very, very comfortable being the person initiating those proceedings there. We've got a cancel on that gas. Just wanting to get, by the looks of things, deciding... oh, against the second one. Just going to be going with the one. This spawning pool is about to complete for him as well. So Prospect's going to be able to get that early map control, at least until Hellions decide to pop out. In the meantime, I suspect we are going to see a hatchery follow-up from him here. We have got the command center first, thanks to the in-base expansion. So perhaps Morrow could be caught off guard here, because you'd obviously expect a Zerg to immediately take the in-base expansion. It just feels really, really safe. But instead, we've got Prospect here with an earlier pool than perhaps you would expect, and an extractor ready to grab that speed as well. So there we go, there's speed. We've got, wow, we're continuing to mine out of this extractor with 3 drones. So that tells me potentially we could see a Baneling follow-up here, maybe even a Roach Bane. We'll keep an eye out for what he wants to do. There is no sign of Prospect taking his natural expansion, by the way, guys, and there's no sign of Morrow scouting outside of his main base, so this might end up being quite painful for our Terran player if Prospect executes this attack really, really well. He could be bringing this back to 1-all. We've got 6 lings now about to pop. What's the follow-up going to be to this speed? What tech are we going to see? Almost certainly see a Baneling Nest. Are we going to see a Roach Warren as well? Off of one base, that could be tricky, but it could also pay off big time if he successfully withstands the initial pressure. We've got the Ling now popping. He can see that Amar has in fact spawned in the bottom right hand position, and this Marine's going to be actually popping out of the base. Needs to be careful with that lower depot there to try and pick off that Zergling, but Prospect manages to run it far enough away that that's not going to be much of an issue. The barracks now just moving back a little bit to make sure he is in position to grab this reactor, and these 2 Marines, they're going to try and pick off this Overlord. We can actually get a group of Lings here, in my opinion, to pick off these Marines. That's exactly what he's doing. He perhaps only needs to show about half of them. He's trying to go up into the main base, realize he won't be able to do it, but he will be able to split these Lings, and these 2 Marines are absolutely toast. And now at this point, Morrow's got to be a little bit worried. We have the Banelings morphing in. A lot of Banelings are coming in here. They're going to basically bust down this supply depot. The bunker's going down behind it, but look at how close proximity these buildings are to each other. I get the feeling... Well, oh, I'll tell you what, lifting the factory is not going to be good right now. You do not want to be lifting that barracks. I can guarantee you that. Here come the Banelings. Supply depot goes down. One of the bunkers go down, and we have Speedlings moving into the main base. Morrow in a lot of trouble right now, and the barracks even going down. He is supply blocked right now. He cannot actually build that Hellion. And all these SCVs are looking like they are in dire straits. Indeed, this Baneling is going to get such a fantastic... Yep, it's not going to be enough. Great hit potentially on those SCVs, but those Lings are going to spell the end of this game. And Prospect, ladies and gentlemen, is going to pull the series back to 1-all against Properties Morrow.